morning, y'all. Welcome to today. Today is Wednesday, November the 11th, 11/11, and it is 11:49 in the morning right now. I took a little bit of time to be intentional about my thoughts and manifestations and the energy that I want to put out, especially at 11:11. I just took time to experience and let myself manifest gratitude. So hopefully you take some time to do that as well today. I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about, but I turned on the camera because there's so many things I could talk about. So I decided I'm gonna just start rolling, okay? There's a few things. One, I want to talk a little bit about rituals. Number two, I was thinking I could talk to you all about active listening. And then number three, I figured I could also talk about being the friend that everybody complains to, right? And then how to set those boundaries. I don't know where I'm going to go. I think I'll start with the active listening because that's what I think I need the most right now. So active listening, I reached out to my friend Rachel, and I was like, Rachel, what is that called when we do the walk and we listen to each other? And so I want to talk to you about it because I think that's most pressing in my life. The message that I'm receiving in all of the things and all the ways is that I just need to practice and experience active listening from someone. I don't have that right now. I'm the friend that everybody complains to right now. So whenever people talk to me, most people that I speak to, that I engage in conversation with, they usually are talking to me to complain to me about things. And I am not, and the thing is that's okay if people have things they want to complain about. And then also, I don't want to take on all of that energy. I don't want to take on all of that negative energy, right? And so I've been noticing like that in a lot of conversations, even when I try to redirect to, okay, well, like what, is there any benefits? Then I still kind of get lost in the sauce. It doesn't really it's not a very successful happening. So I'm like, well, I think I just need somebody to talk to. Not only talk to, but somebody who understands, who sees me, who hears me. I was listening to Cree on her morning breath talk yesterday, 161 or 162. And she said, when's the last time that you felt seen, heard, understood? Like you felt like connected in a conversation with the people in your life. And I was like, man, like I don't really feel like I'm having that right now. So I think I really would like to take an active listening walk. And I will invite you all to do that as well. Let me tell you what it is. You take a 10-minute walk with the person and they cannot talk. They cannot even like non-verbally talk to you, really, right? Like they have to give you the space that you need, whatever that space is, they have to give it to you. Which way am I going? Oh, I just went the wrong way. Dang it. I just went the wrong way. They got to give you the space that you need. I went the wrong way on my GPS. You talk for like 10 minutes, and then after you get done talking for your 10 minutes, that person cannot tell you like their thoughts or their responses. All they can do is repeat back to you what they heard. And this is a very, very powerful method of communication that I encourage everybody to practice at least once, to offer and then also to receive. And the lovely thing about the mindful walk is that you can do it for half an hour, right? 10 minutes walking, you talk. 5 minutes, the other person talks back to you what they heard. And then 10 minutes, they can talk. 5 minutes, you repeat back to them what they heard. It can make you emotional. Having somebody really listening to you, not to respond, not to offer advice, but just to listen, it is so powerful, especially if you're so used to it's powerful because like if you're the person who's always offering advice and supporting people, then you get to just repeat back to them and they can realize that they already have the answers. And sometimes just talking out loud helps to process that. I realize that I'm a verbal processor, and that's why it's important to me to have somebody who is available to listen, not to offer me advice, because I don't really want advice from other people. I don't even necessarily trust the advice or the guidance that other people are offering me most of the time. Usually I just need somebody to listen so that I can process out loud. And so sometimes letting somebody repeat back to me what they heard, sometimes that's all I needed. And that's what's most absent right now in my life, is that I don't have anybody in my life who's listening to listen. I just have people who are listening to respond. And that's not helpful for me. And I think for me, a boundary that I need to set forth is to say, like, listen, I don't want your advice or direction or guidance. What I want is just for you to listen. Just actively listen. Because for me, it feels like that people are skipping steps. If they just listen to me, but I don't feel seen or heard, if they skip straight to, well, here's what you should do. I need you to validate my experience, my feelings, my words, before you can step to the next step of trying to help me figure out what to do. I don't even necessarily need nobody to help me figure it out. I usually can figure it out on my own. What I mostly need is the support, the emotional support, and that's what I receive when that happens. So that's it. I'm over my time again, but I encourage you and invite you to practice an active listening, walk, talk conversation with the person in your life. Thanks, y'all.